YouTube, Kurt Curtis. We finally got the preview for 2024 Panini Select WWE. I'm trying out a new format this time around. I got some Select slabs in the background from previous years of Select, since we're going to be talking about the new Select set. And I'm going to be popping up images on the screen as well as we go about this video. Really glad we're getting a third Select set here. I think it's safe to say that if you put up a poll for wrestling card collectors with, current sets, what's their favorite set? I would say most of them, not all, but most of them would probably say Select. It's just such a fun set. It's my favorite as well. And yeah, we're going to talk about the new Select set that's coming out really soon, actually, or supposedly. So we don't really get that much information here from the preview, but I don't really think we need it. Just the fact that we get the set's coming out for sure is good enough for me. I think at this point, with the third year of Select, we all kind of know what to expect. There's going to be some changes here or there, from 22 and 23. There was a few changes. For instance, in 22, you had zebras, tigers, and elephants. And then in 23, you just had the zebras and tigers. They got rid of the elephant. 22 did not have color wheel, and then 23, they added color wheel. So just stuff like that. It's a great set. It's a really cool set to enter breaks in, too, because there's so much going on. You're getting 2 autos per box, 1 relic, so basically 3 hits per box. Plus, you got the zebra case hit to go after. There's so many different parallels, just like in Prism. So you got all that going on. If you don't hit in autos, you still got a chance at the case hit. You got the relics as well. And I don't know, it's just a great set, and I think a lot of people will agree. So we're going to go over this, though. There's 3 levels. You have the concourse, the premier level, and the ringside cards. And also you have the mezzanine cards, which is a 4th level. They do not mention anything about mezzanine cards in this preview, but I assume we're going to be getting those as blaster exclusives as well. We don't have an example for the concourse. However, I can show you guys what the basketball concourse card looks like, and they use the same design. So this is what it should look like. However, we do have an example of the premier level, and I think these look really cool. We have the Uncle Howdy green, which is typically numbered out of 5. And these look sick. When I first saw this, I thought this was like the ringside, but this is actually just the premier level. I think it looks really cool. We don't have the example of the ringside, but I'll pop up a basketball card to show you what the ringside card should look like. These look really cool as well. Assuming we get mezzanines, here's what the mezzanine will look like. This one is actually not my favorite. Usually the mezzanines look pretty nice, but I think the premier level and the ringsides here are at least my favorite, but they all look pretty cool either way. But if you had to pick a favorite, premier level or ringside for me. We do have a mention of zebras returning. I like I said, I figure everyone assumes that, but now that we got that confirmed, good thing. And also gold vinyl, which I assume are going to be 101s. Do these take the place of the black 101s? Is this an addition? We'll just have to wait and see once we get a checklist, which should be relatively soon. If anyone has any info on that, let me know. We'll take a look at one of the gold vinyl examples in a little bit here. For autos, the auto sets are going to include signatures, legendary signatures, and ringside action signatures. Pretty sure this is how it's been for the other sets as well. We have an example of Tiffany Stratton with a tie-dye ringside action signature. This looks pretty cool. The ringside action signatures in the past haven't been my favorite, but this one looks a little bit better than the previous ones in my opinion. We're also getting auto relics. And the example we have here is of Rey Mysterio. This looks fine, but it's nothing crazy, pretty basic, just auto relic here. Still cool, but it doesn't really look like they changed it up that much. Also with the ringside action signatures, the sticker is kind of like in the bottom side of the card, which was a little change up. For inserts, we're going to have the new insert return. This one's been in the other sets. This one's nothing crazy. We have an example of the Ultimate Warrior here. We also have a Sensations insert, which features WWE's younger talent. And here we have an example of Liv Morgan which this appears to be the gold vinyl example, which looks pretty sweet. These gold vinyl cards are going to be like a huge chase, especially since they haven't been in other select sets, and this one is probably going to be the last select set to be released, most likely. So those are going to be well sought after. Also, the color wheel returns, and here we have an example of CM Punk. And that's pretty much all the info we get. Like I said, I can assume we're going to get mezzanines with the whole blaster thing. I can assume we're going to have, you know, tigers, at least tigers maybe in the blasters as well. And the parallels will probably be pretty similar from 2022 and 2023 select. A lot of the parallels were similar. However, the numbers were a little bit different. For example, the light blue in 22 was numbered to 299, and then in 23 it was numbered to 249, and stuff like that. The white in 22 was numbered to 99, and 23 it was numbered to 125. And there was a couple here and there that were different, but for the most part it was pretty similar with a few changes here and there, and definitely some changes to what the parallels were numbered to. Aside from that, that pretty much covers it from the info that we're given, but we do have more to talk about. You're gonna get 5 cards per pack, 12 packs per box, 12 boxes per case, pretty standard. I think this is the same. Like I mentioned before, you're getting 2 autos and 1 relic and 12 parallels per box, so you technically get 3 hits. And here's the thing, guys, I want to talk about. This is scheduled to release, as of right now, November 8th, which is very, very soon. And there's a couple things I want to say. So, they have 3 count scheduled to release November 15th. So this is coming out before 3 count, even though 3 count was announced way, way earlier. I mean, I'm fine with it if that's the case, but it seems a little bit confusing. Also, these release dates are subject to change, but let's just assume they don't change. That means we're getting select, and then 7 days later, we're getting 3 count. So they're going to release 2 sets within 7 days. I mean, if you're gonna do that, it makes sense to do like a 3 count, which is like a high-end set, because those aren't for everyone because they're super expensive, along with select. So I could see that. It's not like select and chronicles being released at the same time or something like that. So if they do that, I mean, I guess I understand. But I'm just a little confused here with a November 8th release date and then November 15th for 3 count. It makes sense though, because Panini might be trying to release all their sets before the end of the year, if that's like how their contract is going, where they just have the rest of this year. And I don't know for sure 100%, but from what I understand, there's still going to be another set to drop there hasn't been a preview for. So if these do, both 3 count and select, get released mid-November-ish, that means you only got about a month and a half left to drop the last set, and that's it. So you kind of have to, I don't know, get these going, because like running out of time here for the year. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm super excited for Select. Select is one of my favorite sets, and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone here. And of all products to enter breaks in, Select breaks are my favorite to enter. Not sure if I'm going to or not. Probably a few, but we'll have to wait and see. But either way, it's still fun to watch them and stuff like that. So appreciate you guys watching. I'll hear from you guys soon. I'm going to a card show in tomorrow, actually. So hopefully I'll have that video out in the next few days here. As always, in this here house, we watch wrestling.
Two cats in a Bible chat, they always know that I be fat. They don't know me, but they sure do know my face.